My name is Sakshi. So, let's start with the 5-second rule by Mel Robbins. Introduction. Can 5 seconds really change your life? According to the speaker and author Mel Robbins, it can, and in more ways than you can imagine. Do you dream of pursuing a career you are passionate about? Do you want to improve your health or your relationships? Do you want to become more confident and face your fears head on? The 5-second rule will teach you to stop holding yourself back and take action so that you can finally create the life of your dreams. This simple technique will help reshape your habits and transform every aspect of your life. With Robbins as your guide, you will learn how a simple commitment can radically change your future. How I discovered the 5-second rule. Sometimes in life, even the simplest of tasks seem incredibly difficult. Things like replying to an email or going to the gym can feel paralyzing. This is how author Mel Robbins felt every day at the age of 41. For Robbins, getting out of bed at the sound of her alarm was the most challenging task. As soon as she woke up, she thought of all the difficult things she was dealing with. Bounced checks, a bank foreclosure on her house, not having a job, struggling as a wife and mother, and drinking to ease the pain. Snoozing the alarm felt like a small act of defiance. She began each day in a state of utter chaos. As much as Robbins wanted to change her life, she didn't know how. Until one night, when she heard a commercial on TV. It featured the typical 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown of a rocket launch. Inspired, Robbins decided the next day she would propel herself out of bed like a rocket. Though it seemed silly, when her alarm went off, Robbins counted down from 5 and got out of bed without snoozing the alarm. Thus, the 5-second rule was born. What you can expect when you use it? When you feel the desire to act on a goal, count backwards from 5 to 1 and physically move your body. This is how the 5-second rule creates tangible results in your life. What Robbins found and what psychological research supports is that there is a 5-second window between your instinct to act and your brain making the excuses which prevent you from taking the action. By implementing the 5-second rule, you get out of your own way and act to support your goals. The 5-second window appears all the time throughout your day. When you employ the 5-second rule, you will find yourself making small decisions to support rather than sabotage your goals. You will stop making excuses and avoid the bad habits that get in your way. These small decisions will eventually add up to big results. The 5-second rule works as long as you use it. It will help release the fear from your life and let you take control of your decisions. Why the rule works? The 5-second rule works because it is simple. When you feel the urge to act on a goal or feel yourself hesitate on something you should do, use the 5-second rule to take action. Count backwards 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and then move your body as soon as you hit 1. This forces you to act rather than being stuck in a loop of hesitation or overthinking. The longer we spend thinking about something, the less likely it is that we will take action. This rule helps break this negative common pattern of human behavior. You can use the 5-second rule in 3 key ways. First, use it to change your behavior by forming new habits and breaking bad habits that aren't serving you. Second, use it to act with everyday courage by helping you conquer uncertainty and fear so you can act with confidence. And third, use it to control your mind by silencing worries and negative thinking. This rule can be used to improve any part of your life because it is working on your neurological response. By replacing a bad habit with the 5-second rule, you can create lasting behavioral change. Everyday courage. While we often think of acts of courage as those bold and brave acts that shape and define history, courage is also found in everyday acts of living. Those moments of fear or uncertainty challenges us to be courageous in our own ways. Courage can be found in each and every one of us. It serves as a push when we need it most, helping us to overcome hesitation and take actions in our lives. Everyday courage can take many different forms. Rosa Parks, for example, exhibited extraordinary everyday courage when she refused to give up her seat on a bus in Alabama in 1955. When Rosa Parks later recounted her story, she said that she had not planned it or paused to reflect on the consequences. She acted as she did in that moment because enough was enough. She was sick of being discriminated against as a Black American, and so without any hesitation, she stood up for herself. Being courageous does not always mean changing the world. It can also mean changing yourself. What are you waiting for? We have all played the waiting game, waiting for the right time to start a business or feel confident. Whatever the reason for waiting, it is holding you back. Every moment you wait, you're not just delaying your dreams, you're actively working against them. The truth is, there is no right time. None of us know how long or short our lives will be. All we have is the present and what we choose to make of it. We often wait for others to give us the push we need to pursue a dream. We want reassurance that we have a good idea or we are capable. Instead of looking for external validation, push yourself from within. Find the courage to put yourself out there. No matter how scary or nerve-wracking it is, the right moment does not exist. Take E.L. James, author of the wildly popular book 50 Shades of Grey. Without an agent or a book deal, James, a working mother, began writing Twilight, inspired erotica in her free time. Eventually, she gained the confidence to write a book, which she self-published. That book sold 1 million copies in just 4 days. When we consider taking an action, we want a guarantee that it will pay off. But most of the time, there is no guarantee. You must believe that the outcome does not matter. What matters is that by putting yourself out in the world, you are waking up to your power within. With the 5-second rule, you can stop playing the waiting game and find the courage to act on your dreams. You'll never feel like it. Although we may like to think of ourselves as logical decision makers, feelings are the true drivers of our decisions. This explains why change is hard. We know what we should do, but our feelings ultimately make the decisions. The 5-second rule helps address this by overriding your feelings, forcing you to quickly take action. In order to be successful, you must separate how you feel from how you act. When you're first starting out, it's not exactly about the results. What's important is that you did something. You took action. Imagine you work at a company and one of your goals is to be promoted. You've read books, attended seminars, and worked with a coach. You know you need to speak up and share your ideas to be promoted, but find it difficult. This is where you can easily employ the 5-second rule. Break your habit of remaining silent at meetings because you are second-guessing yourself. Count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and push yourself to speak up and share. Change is simple, but it's not always that easy. The best way to adopt the 5-second rule in your life is to start with the wake-up challenge. Set your alarm 30 minutes earlier, and when it goes off tomorrow morning, count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and launch yourself out of bed. This is an effective way to implement the 5-second rule for several reasons. For one, it is simple and straightforward. When your alarm goes off, you will choose to follow the rule or you will blow it off. If you can change your morning routine, you can change any part of your life. And you will experience what psychologists call activation energy. This is the big initial push you need to make a change. You will find that even though it takes a very big push to get yourself out of bed early, the day quickly becomes easier from there. Improve your health. Many people have the goal of improving their health, whether it means losing weight, improving cardiovascular fitness, or healing from an illness. While we have access to more information than ever before about how to live a healthy life, it is still a huge struggle for many people. This is again where our feelings come into play. You know you should choose to make your lunch rather than buying fast food, but you don't feel like it in the morning. You know you should go for a run instead of watching TV, but you just don't feel like going outside in the cold. This is where the 5-second rule comes in. Cut off this thought pattern of, I just don't feel like it, by employing this rule. As soon as you have the instinct to put on your gym clothes or choose water over soda, don't let your feelings get in the way. Count down from 5 and go with your gut. Your feelings don't matter. It is your actions which will create lasting changes to your health and well-being. Charlie used this rule to take back his life. In February 2014, he was 383 pounds, until the day he listened to Mel Robbins' TED Talk. From that day on, Charlie lost 176 pounds and he was able to completely turn his life around. He did this by overriding his feelings and taking the actions he knew would get him to a better state of health. Increase productivity. Productivity relies on your ability to focus. This is twofold. You must manage distractions so you can focus on the task in front of you. Then prioritize the tasks that are truly important rather than getting caught up doing useless tasks. Start getting serious about managing distractions in your life. We are well aware that our electronic devices and their constant notifications are extremely distracting. Decide that these distractions are not worth and then remove them. This is simple but not necessarily easy. It also means taking the advantage of the first 2 to 3 hours of your day, which research shows is peak timing for productivity. Robbins increased her own productivity by taking control of her mornings. She established a strong morning routine and stuck with it. While brushing her teeth, Robbins reviewed her must list. These are the things she needed to do to advance her personal goals. She took 30 minutes before 7:30 to plan out her day. Specifically scheduling her musts, Robbins completed morning routine without her phone to minimize distractions. You can adopt a similar approach to tap into the power of your morning routine and increase productivity. Conclusion. You have learned how taking just 5 seconds can disrupt old thought patterns and habits, helping you to act in a way that supports the life you want to live. You have learned that this simple technique can be applied to any aspect of your life, from your health and personal relationships to your career and business. You have learned how to pursue your passions and make your life more fulfilling. If you want to start your dream business, start exercising, or just be more patient with your kids, this is where you start. The 5-second rule gives you the power to radically transform your life. It works by disrupting old habits and negative thoughts, drawing you into the present moment. Pursue your passion, conquer your fears, and live the life of your dreams. It's as simple as 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, act. So I hope you like the summary as well as our efforts behind it. And if you think we were able to create valuable content for you, you can show your love by giving a review. Jai Hind!